What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down 4 drills that will help you get faster. Let's get started. Now, before we get into this video, fellas, if you are a wide receiver and you would like an 8-week daily training schedule with all of the on-field drills you should be doing and gym exercises you should be doing, check out that very first link in the description below for our ultimate 8-week wide receiver workout plan. It's 8 weeks of daily exercise. We break down the sets, reps, and give you an example of each on-field drill and gym exercise that you can do specifically for wide receivers. So again, very first link in that description below. If you're interested, fellas, let's get back to this video. All right, guys, so one of the main reasons that a lot of athletes are slow, that a lot of athletes don't have speed, they don't have explosion, is because they are running with improper form. So this first drill is going to work on your guys' running mechanics, more importantly, your foot strike. So to be able to generate power, like think about it like this. Honestly, like this is, I know everybody knows this, but not everybody does this. That's why I'm bringing this up. Because like think about it like this. If me and you are racing right now, and we're taking off and we're trying to run to the opposite end of this field, and I'm running on my heels, right, and I'm flat-footed, and you're on the ball of your foot, your toes, you're exploding out of there, who's gonna win? And I'm probably faster than some of you watching this video. You're probably gonna win because you have the right drive. You're actually exploding because you were on the ball of your foot. But not every single athlete does that, and maybe they don't actually know about it. And this is a great drill to figure out if you have the correct foot strike and are comfortable making the correct foot strike when you run. So all you need is you need a line of cones. You can do this with a hurdle. I prefer this if you're a little bit more advanced with a hurdle because you're gonna have to jump higher. But if you're in the beginning stages, I recommend doing it with a line of cones, or even just a white line if you don't even have cones. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand on one foot, your right foot, and you are not allowed to have your heel touch the ground. Heel cannot touch the ground. So all you're gonna be doing is just jumping from cone to over the cone. Now it might feel like, because you're thinking about being on your toes, I highly recommend that when you do this, record yourself. Because a lot of guys think that they're on the ball of their foot, because you don't wanna be on your tippy toes, you wanna be on the ball of your foot. That's where you generate power. A lot of guys feel like they're on the ball of their foot, and then when they record it, they see it, their heel's making contact every single time. So this will strengthen that foot and your foot strike. I recommend also trying to do this barefoot sometimes because you really feel where your foot is, but this will help you guys with an explosive drive and build muscle memory of when you strike the ground when you're running to be on the ball of your foot, which will ultimately increase your speed. I'm gonna show you how this drill is gonna look full speed. I recommend doing this with maybe like a 15 to 20 second timer. All right, guys, so the next drill that we're going to be discussing requires absolutely zero equipment. You can do this with maybe like holding a medicine ball, holding a kettlebell, maybe holding some dumbbells. If you're on a little bit more advanced side of things and need to get faster, maybe you're on the stronger side of things, you're a beginner though, you don't need any equipment whatsoever. So this is going to be called a kneeling explosive jump. So the reason why we do this, I'll show the drill in a second, but the reason why we do this, because again, fellas, you have to understand the reason why behind certain movements. If you can't answer the question of why am I doing this? And again, it also helps athletes buy in, because if you know why you're doing something, you're going to put more effort into it. If you're just doing it to do it and you have no idea why, you're not going to be as dedicated or committed to it. So you have to ask these questions. If you have a trainer who's working with you and you ask them why you're doing it and he just tells you, oh, just cause, oh, it's going to get you faster, he can't tell you why, you probably maybe should look in other directions for a trainer, but also you need to find out the reason why. And maybe you shouldn't be doing it. You need to spend your time wisely when you're trying to do these things to increase your speed and just your overall play. So this drill, when you're running, obviously we were trying to run as hard as we can. We need to have some fast twitch, right? So every single athlete, I don't care what sport you're in, has two types, every single person on earth has two types of muscle fibers. You have slow twitch fibers and you have fast twitch fibers. So slow twitch fibers are the ones that, like, you know, let's say like a soccer player, right? They're constantly jogging, constantly moving. They could not run full speed for as long as their games are. They will flat out die, right? So football players, especially like let's say the receiver position, we are trying to be as explosive as possible on every single play, right? Like you're running a fade, you're trying to run as hard as you can. You got to block somebody, you're trying to block them as explosive as you can. We're never conserving energy. We conserve our energy and get our energy back in between plays, right? So we're trying to be as explosive as possible. So when we train to work on our speed, we have to work on our fast twitch muscle fibers by doing exercises that will increase those fast twitch fibers, aka all out effort movements. So a box jump, a single leg box jump, plyometrics, all those things, that's why we do those, because it increases that fast twitch. Also can work on your foot strike and different elements of your body, of course, but that's the general concept. So this drill, it's a plyometric drill that is just simple. All you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be on your knees like so, and you're gonna dip your hips back and you are going to explode up as much as you can, shoot your hips, and stick yourself right into a squat position. Now, that explosive jump, obviously, that's an all-out effort movement. So the rep range on this, I would say, should be probably somewhere between like the 6 to 8 rep range, and you're focused on being as explosive as possible. Give yourself some time to recover in between each rep. Don't just go back and forth, but this is a great drill to help you guys develop that fast twitch and ultimately get you faster. All right, guys, so these next 2 drills that we are going to be talking about are going to help with your knee drive and your stride, which are super important when it comes to speed, running mechanics, and just being overall a better athlete. So where should your stride be when you run? Obviously, we talked about in the very first drill, we want to strike the ground on the ball of my foot, but when you strike the ground on the ball of your foot, what do you want to do after that? You strike the ground, this knee should be snatched up, and it should be almost even with your hip, like at a 90-degree angle. Your ankle should be flexed, your toe should not be facing down. Now, to be able to hold this position, because some of you, if you tried to hold this position right now, you couldn't do it because your hips are so stiff. Maybe your hips aren't mobile, maybe they're just not strong enough. You couldn't hold that position at 90 degrees without you feeling it, right? And so that's a problem. That is something that we need to work on. So these next 2 drills help you with that, and it also builds on the correct foot strike like we mentioned in the very beginning of this video. But now, another thing to be able to get the most out of this, because a lot of you, like I said, could not hold that position if you wanted to. You could not stand here and just hold this 90-degree position, ankle flexed. A lot of you would be down here, you'd be fighting it. Maybe some of you can only go this high because you lack that mobility, like we said. So if you guys would like a stretch routine that you can do specifically for receivers and loosening up your hips to help you with your stride and get you faster, just post that in the comments below. I'll send that over to you completely free, no problem. It's a great routine to loosen up those hips that you can do every night, okay? So now, I wanted to make sure I got that out of the way. Number 2, this first drill is called like a double A skip. So some of you might be familiar with the warm-up and A skip. So an A skip is something like it's a track warm-up for about 15 yards. What you'll do is you'll snatch the knee up, snatch the toe up just to work on that correct running form, getting your knees up, obviously, right? And keep the ankle flexed. So a double A skip works on like strengthening those hips, but also helping you stay at that 90-degree level. It just helps you build muscle memory. It's a more advanced way to work on that stride. So what you're gonna do is instead of just going here, like where you hop and then alternate, you're gonna do like a double hop, double hop, double hop, and you're gonna have to hold your leg. I'm gonna show you it's gonna look full speed too. It'll be a little bit easier for you to see, but you have to hold your leg at that 90-degree angle while you hop twice. And when you hop twice, guess what part of the foot you wanna be on? Ball of the foot, right? So this is a great drill to work on that stride, strengthening your hips and building that muscle memory to give you that correct knee drive. All right, guys, so this next drill is going to work on the explosion needed in your stride to be able to get that, explosive knee drive and ultimately translate to on-field speed. So what you're gonna need, you need a wall, a fence, something that you could lean up against the best you can at a 45-degree angle. This is also going to build off of your foot strike as well. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be here, leaning up against this fence, body's at a 45-degree angle like we said. Now, what you're going to do, you're gonna have one foot up, ankle is going to stay flexed, okay? We're not gonna have my ankle facing down, ankle flexed, back foot, you're on your toes. Now, all you're gonna be doing is you could have a partner clap for you. You could do it at your own speed, whatever it is, but I would recommend doing it with a partner and having them clap because there's more of a reaction element to it, which is always good for on-field speed. Now, what you're doing is you're just alternating your feet. You're here, leaning up against the fence, left foot's up, you're gonna alternate, and you're gonna shoot that knee through as explosive as you can while maintaining that ankle flex position. So this works on the stride length, obviously, your knee drive, and the explosion needed behind that knee drive. And also strengthens that hip, that groin, holding that perfect 90-degree spot. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions on anything that we covered in this video, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We always appreciate the feedback. Always awesome to hear from you guys. And again, if you would like an 8-week daily wide receiver gym and field workout schedule to follow, check out that very first link in the description below. 500+ wide receiver drills and gym exercises with sets, reps, and examples all broken down for you. So again, very first link in that description below. I'll see you guys next time.